Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. So today I have a bit of a different video for you guys. As you may have guessed by the title, I am launching a new series on my channel today called Faye's Favorites, and I am so excited about launching this new series for you guys because although I love filming the step-by-step makeup tutorials for you, a lot of times it can be really difficult for me to really get in there and show you guys the real step-by-step of how I actually do things without ending up with a 45-minute video. So I know the usual favorites videos here on YouTube typically feature a bunch of different products that a person has been loving for the month, but my goal with these videos is to not only share my favorite products with you, but to also be able to show a demo that is a lot more thorough than what I'm able to do in my makeup tutorials, that shows you really how I do things step by step on a day-to-day basis. So I hope that you guys do enjoy this new addition to my channel. I have lots of ideas and lots of things that I want to film for you guys, but if you have something in particular that you want to see, definitely please let me know down in the comments below. So as the title suggests, today's video will be all about brows, and initially I was going to film an all about brushes video, just talking about the different brushes that I use in my videos, what they're for, why I like them, what I look for in a good brush. But then when I really got to thinking about it, I realized that the most common thing, in addition to the brushes, that people ask me about is how I do my brows. So I thought it would be more beneficial for me to film that video first, because I think that a lot of people will really get a lot out of seeing a breakdown of the technique as well as a breakdown of the products that I use. So, speaking of products, as you all know, if you've been watching my videos, or if you're new to my channel and this is the first video that you're watching of mine, most of the time the products that I use for my brows are going to be the Anastasia brow products. I've used a lot of different products in the past, and I really feel like although it is a little bit more expensive to purchase these products, which you can get them from Ulta online or at Sephora. I normally get mine either from Ulta or Sephora. You really do get what you pay for. So although the products are a little bit more expensive, I do think that I get a much better result out of them, and I do think that they last a little bit longer as well than some of the cheaper products. But I will tell you, both the products that I use that are high-end as well as some of the products that I use that are really good from the drugstore. So to fill in my brows, the main product that I use is the Brow Wiz by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It comes in a box like this, and the color that I use on my brows is Brunnette. And when you open the box, the product that you get when you take it out is just a brow pencil that looks like this, and it's got two ends. One end has a spoolie, which I don't know if you guys can see, but it's just a regular spoolie, and then the other end has a twist up brow pencil that has actually quite a good bit of product in it. It normally lasts me quite a while, but it's convenient having the spoolie on one end and the pencil on the other. So I normally use this to outline kind of the shape of how I want my brows to look, and then to also kind of fill in on the outer portion and also kind of towards the tail of my brow. And then as I work my way inwards, I have recently started using the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo, which looks like this. And when you open it up, it's got two different color powders. One's light, this one over here, and then one's darker. You can mix them together or use them separately, and the purpose of having the two powders is to help you to kind of get a more natural finish. So I've been using this towards the inner portion of my brow, and then sometimes I'll even go in with the dark color on the outer tail of my brow, which helps to kind of fill in any sparse areas. And to apply this product, I just use this brush by Sigma. This one is from the Extravaganza collection, the Copper collection, and it is the E65 small angle brush. So I just dip that in the powder and then just use that to apply it to my brow, and having that angled tip really helps to apply the product really precisely. So I really like using this brush to apply this powder. And of course you can use any small angled brush or brow brush, but this is just the one that I have, so I really love using this one to apply this product. So some drugstore alternatives that I think work really well with filling in your brows are, one, you could use the Maybelline brow pencil, and it's actually similar to this Anastasia one. It has the one side that twists up with the actual brow pencil, and then I think it has a spoolie on the other side as well. I'm pretty sure that it does. And of course you can get that from the drugstore or Walmart or Target or anywhere where they sell you know, Maybelline products. Ulta sells it as well. Another option is that you could just use a regular brow pencil. This one is by by NYC, and it is a Kohl brow pencil. So the color of this one is 922 dark brown, and I normally use this to, again, outline how I want my brows to look, or kind of create a guide for myself, and then I just fill it in from the middle portion out towards the tail. And then you can go in with, if you don't have a brow powder, you can use a dark brown eyeshadow. So this one is by Covergirl, and it's in the color Brown Smolder. So, and there may kind of be a glare on it, but it just looks like that. It's just a dark brown eyeshadow, and you can use this as your brow powder if you don't have a powder that's specifically for your brows. It works just the same. You can also use the Milani Brow Kit, which works really well, and that one actually comes with a highlighter for underneath the arch of your brow. So once I fill in my brows and I get them, you know, how I want them to look, I will normally go in with a brow gel, and the brow gel that I use is also by Anastasia. It's this clear brow gel, and I never used to use a brow gel on my brows until I used this one. This stuff is amazing. So when you open it up, of course it just has, you know, a regular brush, kind of like a mascara brush. And what you do with it is you just brush it through your brows, and I am going to have a demo at the end of this video that kind of shows exactly how I use all the products. But once you fill in your brows, you just brush this through, and what this is going to do is tame your brow hairs, shape them to how you've actually outlined or filled in your brow, and it's going to keep your brow hairs in place all day long. And I'm not joking about this product. It really does work very well. Now, if you don't want to spend $20 on this brow gel, you can use a clear mascara. I've seen a lot of girls on YouTube that use that as an alternative. And of course you can, I know Maybelline has a clear mascara option, and I'm sure there's other brands that have clear mascara options, so you can use that as well, and it will create the same effect. Now I will say that with this particular product, a lot of times you can find it in the mini version at Ulta or at Sephora, so you can definitely get the smaller version of this if you want to try it out before you actually purchase the big version, if you want to see if you like it or not. That's normally what I do if there's a product that is really expensive or kind of more expensive than what I normally will pay for something, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it. I'll try the mini version if they have it available, or of course if you purchase something and you don't like it, you can always take it back. That's one thing I do love about Ulta and Sephora, is that if you purchase something and it doesn't work for you, they will let you return it. So moving on, once I've actually got my brows filled in and I've got them shaped the way that I want them to look, the next thing that I do is go in with a concealer to clean up under my brows, above my brows, any mistakes that I've made, and just to kind of help them to look kind of more crisp and just really clean and tamed. And you know, I'm OCD and a super perfectionist, so I just like everything to look very in place. So I'll go in with a concealer, and this is really great, especially if you're new to filling in your brows, so that you can really, it really helps you to get the shape that you want without feeling like you have to get it perfect the first time, because you're not going to get it perfect the first time. And even after you've gotten, you know, experience with it, or you've filled them in several times, there's still going to be days where it's just not going to be working for you. So having a concealer handy is really great to clean up any mistakes that you made and just help you to get that really crisp look. So the concealer that I use is by MAC. It comes in a pot like this, and it's the Studio Finish Concealer. Mine is in NC45. I also have another one just like this that's in NC42. And I picked this up on a flat definer brush. This is the E15 flat definer by Sigma, and it's just a very dense flat top brush. And I just pick the concealer up on that and then just go in and just kind of run it along after I've filled in my brows on the bottom and on the top. You can choose to use the lighter concealer, which for me is NC42, underneath your brows, which will highlight underneath your brow, but you don't want to use a lighter concealer on the top portion of your brow because you do want it to look natural. Lately what I've been doing is just using the NC45 both on the top portion and on the bottom portion, because then it kind of smooths out everything, especially if I have a few hairs that are growing back that I haven't tweezed, or if I haven't had a chance to shape my brows lately. This can really go in and cover that up so that I get a really nice clean look. And by the way, I do shape my own brows. I used to go out and get them done, but over the past couple of months I've opted to just shape them myself. I find that I prefer that because then I know that the shape that I'm getting is going to be exactly how I want it to be. They're not going to be too thin. I'm not going to be burned by the wax. And I don't know if this is true or not, but I was told that the more you get your hairs waxed, because the wax is so hot, that eventually your hair will stop growing in those areas. So that was one of the main reasons why I decided to stop going and getting my brows waxed, because they would always do it too thin, and then I didn't want to be in a situation where they kept doing them thin and then my hair wasn't growing back and then I couldn't get the full brows that I wanted to get. But of course, like I said, in between waxes or plucking or however it is that you clean up your brows, using a concealer underneath can help to hide those hairs, as well as clean up any mistakes that you may have made and just help your brow to be more crisp. So I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If it was helpful, please give it a thumbs up down below. And if you have anything in particular that you would like me to film a more in-depth video about, please leave a comment below and let me know. You can expect at least one of these videos from me a month. My goal is to try and put these Faye's Favorites videos up the last Friday of every month. So if you have something that you like to see, definitely leave a comment down below. And if you'd like to see a more in-depth actual demo of how I fill in my brows, then please keep watching.